Derek, what I don't understand is at what point you're writing speeches for senior politicians. At what point do you think, I know what I'll do, I'll go on Big Brother? How did that work?
Well, I stopped writing speeches quite a long time ago, although I did work for the Conservatives during the election, and I've been in private equity finance. And then I decided I wanted to break free after my 40th birthday. And I wanted to try doing something different.
Well, it certainly was.
And it was extremely different, and it was a challenge in a different way. And I like people, and I wanted to see how well I could get on with lots of very odd people, and they were very, very odd. And I survived 10 weeks out of 11, so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Edwin, I've got to ask you, what was it like for you working with Gordon? How was that? Bruising?
A bit harder than working with you, Chris, but only marginally so. It was tough. I mean, Derek was lying around doing very little all day except wash his own shirts, which, poor darling, he found a little difficult to do. We were actually running a kitchen. Yeah. We were up on our feet at 8 in the morning. We didn't get to bed till 1, and we were really doing it. We were really getting burned. We were really getting cut. None of us had any usable fingers left after the end of the first week. So in that sense, it was physically very, very demanding.
Right, now serious business, because the good thing here is you've got the £1,000 guaranteed for the Dogs Trust and the NCH. That's the minimum you go home with. You haven't paused for a second. You've got all 3 lifelines intact. You are just 10 little questions away from £1 million. Now, question number 6 is for 2,000. What name was taken by the Pope who succeeded John Paul II? They're both nodding wisely. Pious, Benedict, Urban, Innocent.
I think that we can agree on Benedict.
I think we can agree on Benedict,
yes.
A very unusual name. There hasn't been a pope with that name for a long time.
And it's a very pretty name, too.
Yes. Good for a pope.
Good for a pope.
You're not thinking of...
Jolly good for a pope.
Thinking of giving it to a dog?
Well, if I had a son, I would call it Benedict, I think, but that's not likely.
No. Final answer.
Benedict.
Benedict, because it's a pretty name. It's the right answer. You got £2,000. Question number 7 is for £4,000. You are 9 away from 1 million. That'd be fantastic. Here we go. The world's heaviest bird of prey is what kind of bird? Hawk, owl, condor, kestrel.
They both stare at the screen in front of them.
Let's eliminate first, shall we?
Well, I think it might be a hawk.
Well, I know it's not a kestrel, because that's tiny.
That's really tiny.
That's tiny.
An owl, I mean...
A condor is huge. That I do know.
Yeah.
Because that flies over the Andes with these huge
wings.
So that's very, very big. That I do know.
I think it's either a hawk or a condor.
What kind of hawk are you thinking of?
I don't know enough about them.
Because the biggest one is the big golden eagle.
Golden eagle, yeah.
I mean, my instinct is that the condor is bigger than a golden eagle, because they're absolutely huge. Huge, biggest wingspan, that I do know, I think. Help.
Help, indeed.
You want to try the audience?
Yes. I think we ask the audience.
Okay.
OK, it's your call. Right, audience, this is the question, please. All on your keypads. It's worth £4,000. This is the question. The world's heaviest bird of prey is what kind of bird? Now, A on your keypads is hawk, B is owl, C is condor, D is kestrel. All vote now.
As they vote, their answers appear in a graph on screen.
84%, huge majority say condor, 11% say hawk, which was originally, Derek, your first instinct. 2% owl, 3% kestrel. It's up to you. What do you do?
I think that we go with that view.
Should we try condor?
I think we go with what they say. Yeah.
Condor. Final answer.
Derek and Edwina cross their fingers.
You thought it was Hawk at first, didn't you?
I did.
Still think it might have been?
No.
It's the right answer. You've got £4,000. Thanks to this fine audience.
Clapping, Edwina and Derek beam with delight. The lights dim.
Right, you have £4,000. You still have a 50-50, and you still have a phone a friend. Question number 8. Money now starting to go up quite steeply, but the drops get a bit steep as well. You would lose £3,000 if you gave me a wrong answer at this point. Have a look. Tell me what you want to do. Which of these South American countries does not have an Atlantic coast? Argentina, Brazil, Ecuador, Venezuela.
Well, do we know where they are? Argentina is that side. Brazil is that side, so that's Atlantic coast.
Ecuador, you've got...
Venezuela is that side, and it has coast, because I've been there. Ecuador, I don't know anything about.
No, I don't know about Ecuador either.
Ecuador sort of Central America more, isn't it?
Yes.
That way or that way?
She turns to Derek.
It's not Venezuela.
Venezuela.
And it could be in Venezuela, because Venezuela is on the Pacific.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Flown to Santiago, I haven't across the Pacific from there. Have you been to Ecuador ever?
No.
Do you know where it is?
Yes.
Oh, good.
But I think it does have an Atlantic.
You think it has an Atlantic coast? Then Venezuela would be the right answer?
I think so.
Then I would go with Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Should we go for Venezuela?
Let's go for Venezuela.
We go for Venezuela. Fingers crossed, old boy.
Final answer.
Yes.
Our final answer.
You had £4,000. Oh, you too. You've just lost £3,000. The right answer is Ecuador.
Dash it. Can't we start this again?
Dash it!
You said you knew where it was.
Well, I think I do.
Well, no, you clearly don't. Oh, no. Ecuador is on the Pacific. Venezuela's on the Atlantic coast.
Oh, wrong.
And you were going, oh, dash it. Oh, dash it. And you were going so well. But listen, still, thank you for coming. You still go away with £1,000. Give them a big hand. Edwina Curry and Derek Lord. Bless you guys for trying. I'm really sorry. Oh, what a shame.
Who Wants to Be a Celebrity Millionaire? End of part 3. Who Wants to Be a Celebrity Millionaire? Part 4. Holding hands, the next 2 contestants walk in and join Chris.
The crowd are going wild. Hello, my darling. How are you? Hi, nice to see you.
Lovely to see you.
Now, make yourself touchy.
I know. Now, the thing is,
I know.
the biggest job tonight is getting up in the stew.
Well, that's good. Well, hopefully stay there a long time.
I hope
and
so.
win lots and lots of
I
money.
brought my good luck charm, by the way.
Who's that?
Freddie Forsyth.
Oh, well, he's a good luck charm to have, actually. Right. To a lot of people, she is the First Lady of British Broadcasting, Gloria Hunniford, and the best-selling author, Frederick Forsyth. Gloria was born in Northern Ireland, and before getting into local radio in Ulster, spent a year at a secretarial school where she learnt the typing and shorthand skills apparently she still uses today. In 1982, she moved to England and became the first woman to have her own daily show on Radio 2. Since then, she's also hosted her own TV shows, including Open House and Sunday Sunday, and appeared as a guest on everything from Through the Keyhole to Never Mind the Buzzcocks. Her partner tonight, novelist Frederick Forsyth, also used to work in TV and radio as a reporter, but became world famous in 1973 with the publication of his very first novel, The Day of the Jackal. He's since written many more bestsellers, including The Odessa File, The Dogs of War, and The Fourth Protocol, as well as writing and producing TV thrillers. Now, tonight, Freddie is raising funds for the Society of Stars, while Gloria is playing on behalf of the Karen Keating Foundation, a charity she herself set up in memory of her daughter Karen, who died of breast cancer in 2004. Gloria, my darling, I know it's been a really tough time for you and the family. Has the public response to this helped strengthen you?
Oh, it helps enormously. It does. And You know, the letters that I actually get great comfort from are from people who've lost children themselves, because I've lost my parents, a former husband, friends, colleagues, but actually, although they were deeply, deeply sorrowful, but it's not even on the Richter scale compared to losing a child. And so therefore, you know, when parents write and say, or particularly a mother writes and says, I know how you feel, because I lost my child 22 years ago, or whatever it is, those letters have been hugely useful. Apart from, of course, just the wave of love towards Karen. I mean, that also helps you through.
Of course. And it's not just, the foundation is not purely for breast cancer, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. We have a very clear idea about what we want to do and what we are doing. We feed all sorts of cancer charities, and we do what I loosely call drip feeding, because we don't do massive payouts, although we have raised quite a lot of money. But we do, you know, 5,000 here, 10,000 there, 12,000, sometimes 2,000, but where it really makes a difference. So that's why it's wonderful to come on a show like this with the prospect of winning anything, really, because I know there'll be a project that will help.
Hopefully, we can raise lots of money between you. Frederick, the Society of Stars, what's the real major focus of their work?
Well, it's only one. It is raising money for children with cerebral palsy. It's an unglamorous, if you like, and sometimes disregarded affliction, but it is an appalling disability. It strikes children at birth, and they never really, well, very rarely recover from it. But there are a lot of improvements, but they cost money. So NHS doesn't do much, so we do what we can.
OK, well, fingers crossed for both of you. 15 questions, 3 brand new lifelines, start all over again, a possible £1 million for these 2 very deserving causes. And remember, they have to agree on all their final answers. These 2 agree on nothing. And all their final answers and the use of any lifelines, including their phone a friend. Lots of luck, Gloria and Freddie. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Celebrity Millionaire?
As the studio darkens, a patterned light swirls across the floor.
All right, back down at the beginning. Question number 1 is for £100. Complete the title of the nursery rhyme. What am I doing with my life? Twinkle, twinkle, little ... question mark.
You are one of these anyway, Chris, so it's fine.
Moon, sun, planet, star.
I think we should say.
I think we should.
And thank God
Star.
it came up, because if it
Of
hadn't
course.
come up, I think we were wrong.
At least we agreed.
Yes, the right answer, you have £100. OK, I don't know how to break this to you, they do get a little harder. Question number 2 is for £200. Which of these is a form of gambling? Brush stake, clean stake, broom stake, sweep stake.
You might agree on this as well, mightn't we?
There's a big Irish one, isn't there?
We'll go for sweepstake.
You have £200.
Gloria grins.
Question number 3 is for £300. Which of these plants is most associated with the desert? Mint, cactus, rhododendron, ivy.
Very prickly question, don't you think?
I would have thought so. Yours.
Cactus. These are the only ones I get right, by the way.
Yeah,
so
but
I
this
might
is
as well
good.
Go early.
Chance for you to show off.
Oh, no.
You got £300. We'll play Gloria, we'll play Frederick. Right, you're 2 away from £1,000 guaranteed. Question number 4 is for £500. Which English city shares its name with a US president? Winchester, Lincoln, Durham, Ely.
You know them all anyway over the years, don't you?
Well, I think this is Abraham. I never heard of Abraham Winchester.
We wouldn't lie about it anyway, would
Right,
we?
this is Abraham Lincoln.
It's the right answer, Lincoln. You got £500. Right, last point, you could go home with nothing. I'm sure it won't happen. You have all 3 lifelines intact. This will guarantee you £1,000. Question number 5. What kind of domestic animal is a pug? Cat, rabbit, dog, fish.
Well, no, you take it.
It's a dog.
It's the right answer. You have £1,000. Guaranteed.
The end credits roll.